it says we're live. There we go. Yoy. We just gotta pop out the live chat again. Pop out chat. I gotta reset the chat then again. Oh boy. Oh boy. The fun. Anyways. Say hello again, Eric. We're all back
Oh,
and alive again.
everybody's back. Nobody evaporated.
Yep, I'm pretty sure we're back. I see it on here.
Hope so. As long as nobody evaporated, we should be fine.
Nope, now it's loading. Why are you loading? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's just really shitty quality. Okay. Anyways, we are back. Anyways, okay, so sorry about that whole fiasco there. We're back. Apparently we had issues with the stream. Basically, you guys have not missed much. Again, I explained my history with Pokemon starting. Eric has explained his history with Pokemon, which was very little. And
Yeah, it's not too much.
yeah, basically pointed out the menu here after you log in. So a quick recap. This is the play button. This is basically how you play the game with your pre-made decks and stuff, or decks you make yourself. Teach you how to play. This is really good. Events. This is like those premium with the tickets. This is how you play online, and this is how you play just offline against computers. The computer. This is your collection page. This is where all your cards, your booster packs, your deck, your trading is. You can trade cards with people. The decks and pre-made packs or reward packs that they give you. You cannot trade with people because they are freebies. This is your profile. This is where you can see what challenges you need to do, personalized stats, or mess around with your character and change their looks using coins to buy stuff. Lastly, these two are for adults who have kids. You can tell your kids not to touch these without you being around. This is where you buy booster packs using either in-game currency or out-of-game currency, or this with these codes right here. Always make sure to triple check your packaging, people. They do come in every sealed Pokemon box, and they do give you stuff for this, 1-to-1 of what you got. So hold on to them. They are worth something. Make sure you use them. But yeah, compared to other grindy gotcha games, it is the most easiest and most quickest to like get anything out of this. Like I can play a few rounds like for an hour, open up some packs, and I get enough coins up here to buy like 2 to 3 new more packs. And like you get a daily reward, which is this for logging in, which gives you coins, gives you packs, and it gives you tickets. The reason why they can do this, unlike other card games like Hearthstone, where it's pure digital, is because people will buy physical over digital, and you get the codes in the physical pack anyway. So you basically pay the price of 2 packs when you buy a booster pack. At least for here, like how much they charge us. But anyways, we're going to go into the main section here, why we're here, and that is going to be building our like opening some packs, which I am very against with what's been going on in the world, and had some opinions on that. So if you guys ever want to hear that, I believe I talk about it in our last podcast I did with Mike called Pulled from the Shelf. You can search that on iTunes or on what is it, Podomatic, I believe, is our host site. But anyways, let us get into this. We did this morning, we painted up a Karen bear for April Fools. So that is finished. It is just drying. The varnish on it is really smelly, really thick, so it takes a bit to dry. Talk chat. I want to see live chat. Anyways, live chat. There we go. Anyways, so we're here, taking a look. Shout out to Joe. He was the guy who helped me get back into Pokemon. He runs a Facebook page called Professor Cedar's Pokebox, I believe, something like that. It is a play on the whole Professor Oak's box that you can download Pokemon in the video game, like, basically transfer Pokemon to him through the computers, but using his professor name, so Cedar. Or I believe you can find him in Joe King Media on Facebook and social medias. If you want to know a little bit more than I do on Pokemon stuff, he's pretty good. Um, Definitely recommend him. He taught me what I know and all that stuff. So shout out to him. Shout out to you, Joe. This is for you. But with that, we're gonna go into our packs. So as we see, again, like I said, I got that booster box worth of packs that was locked behind because I got it as pre-release rewards and stuff. So I got some Shining Fates to open. I got some Battle Styles. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up about, because we have eaten into our time since that whole mess up. I'm going to open 5 Battle Styles and then a Shining Fate. So 5 to 1, and I'm going to do that twice. So we should open up 10 packs of Battle Styles and 2 packs of Shining Fate. And I was saying before this all happened, Battle Styles was not the best draw pulls I've seen in the physical cards, at least. There's like 2 or 3 trainers that are okay, but because they're introducing this new battle styles, like rapid fight style and like non-rapid fight style, that it's all basic Pokemon and like very like not very much good rare ones. There's like 1 or 2 like just to get you into it. But compared to the last sets, and especially Sun and Moon, there's not a lot of good cards in this one. So I could say if you're trying to just collect and hop onto that resell train, which again, personally, not the store, but me, gotta keep these separate because remember this is a community run event thing, and I don't represent the community. Trying to get all my the warning, slap that warning on there saying that this is me as a separate entity completely from everyone else saying, but I despise pack openings online, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because it's April Fool's and I've been challenged just like the bear to do this today. So I'm honoring that challenge to open packs, and we're going to kind of show you stuff and like probably answer to you guys how to correctly value stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to go right into it after I've done my disclaimer. Then, of course, Eric, if you want to ask any questions before I open a pack or want me to look at a card, I can always just hover my mouse over it and it'll make it big for you. Alright, let's go with the first one. Let me see my pack. Oh, it's because I have it on this, don't I? Yeah. Bam. Okay, I need this. Boom. Pow. Alright, let's go. Woo! Oh, Eric's gone. We have lost the Eric. Just before we flip this card, I'm going to see if I can find where Eric went to. Eric has disappeared. Yeah, I think he got disconnected. Oh, there he is. Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Are you still alive? Hello? Oh, we might still be having problems on his end. Anyways, as he tries to fix that, let us go through what we've got here. So this is basically what you'll see in a real pack. Excuse the drumming in the background. I kind of do that for you to flip this guy over here. So normally in a pack, you're going to see your energy. You should usually get 1 or 2 trainers in either by a supporter, which is like this, where it's people like trainers, iconic characters in the game or books that you'll see, or an item, which is like a Pokeball or something. We'll usually fill this slot right here. Then we have our four commons, 5 commons. And then we have our uncommon. Trainers are usually uncommons, so we'll have our 2 uncommons, 3 uncommons. Then we have this spot is usually saved for foil, rares, rare foils, like special stuff, or shinies. And then this is our like rare, like guaranteed rare. So every pack you're guaranteed this, basically. Maybe different Pokemon, you might get 1 or 2 foils, you might get shinies, you might get like any X special, but yeah. Oh, I hear them. Hello?
Oh, am I here?
I can hear you.
Is it working?
Can you hear me?
You can? Great.
Alright.
Yes, I can hear you.
Alright, so yeah, I was just saying before you
Seems like
disappeared into the void, if there's any card you want me to zoom into so you can read it, just let me know before I click the next pack. And I can zoom it in for you.
yeah, well, I can't actually see through the Discord right now. It's on the no video screen.
Oh yeah, because I didn't turn on, bam. There we go. We should be able to see it now.
Yeah. Yep, all better.
Hopefully that didn't kill our, checking our stream. Make sure that didn't kill it.
Hope not.
Yep, no, we're good. It didn't kill it. We're still alive.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Void won't get me that easy.
Hey, we're gonna flip our rare. Let's see what we got. Woo! Hell yeah. Okay, way to go, pack, and disown me. Okay, so the reason why I got so excited there is this is a prime example of what can be in that rare spot. So this is what you call or at least what I call them your golden items. So whereas this would normally, like say, there's a normal version of this, which is just the Pokeball without the fancy background. It would normally be in this spot. So it has a chance to be here as an uncommon. But sometimes your rares, so like your rare Pokemon, can be in this spot. So this replaces that rare Pokemon. So I got a like mythic rare for those who play Magic. Really hard to get card. You probably get one of these out of every 2 booster boxes. A card like this, not necessarily this card. So as a person who plays and looks at value, this card is probably going to be worth, like 20, 30, anywhere between 20 to like $80. And again, this is all Canadian pricing because it depends on how good the trainer is. It is also really hard to get. It is gold. So they're worth a bit of money, but not like, oh boy, this is a $30,000 card. No, it's like $80. Again, there is some exceptions. Give it to you that. There's some older cards, like from older sets, that are still in standard or greatly, definitely in extended, where that's called a format, which we can go into later when we build decks, which affects value of cards. So it's basically how long can you play it. So some of those cards that are really good, that are still usable in that sort of format, that are like this sort of foiling, that are highly sought after because they look good or they are good, and it's like you just want to bling out your deck, which why I like Pokemon. Whereas if you're going to play a card game where the one who buys all the singles and buys all the best cards are going to win, and it's like dropping $1,000, some semi-professional Magic player drops like $1,000 on you, they're just going to crush you. Whereas in Pokemon, the same thing can happen to you, but that $1,000 deck is like $30. Like, it's really accessible. It's cheap. If you wanted to get like every gold rainbow foily, then yeah, you're probably looking like some outrageous amount, like maybe like 200 to 800, depending on how old your deck is. But like just getting like your basic like full art, like normal non-gold foils, you're probably my deck cost me, I got a Alolan Ninetales deck that I blinged out with all those sort of fancy cards like this. Only costed me like $40. So it's not that bad. At the time. At the time it was $40. I know now it has exploded. Everything has been inflated. So my pricing back in the day is not as normal as it is. But this is basically what we've gotten. This is the new rules that we have right now, single strike and rapid strike. There is some trainers and some energies that interact with that keyword now. And that's why I was saying in this set, we're going to see a lot of these just generic basic Pokemon in standard because they got to teach us how this mechanic works. So they can't just give us all the big play pieces right away, or those who, like 90% of us are not going to know what to do and we're going to get just destroyed by the 1% or 10% that actually just know how to play because they're really good at reading the patterns. Anyways, that's our first pack out of 5. So we're going to go to our second pack. Okay. So we got an energy, we got water. Oh, we got Maliwile again. Got a Mankey. We got a Tower of Darkness. So this is a stadium. A stadium is a card that basically affects the game. You put it onto the side so it touches both players' play areas. Basically, it's a field or an area that you're fighting, just like in the games or the show where you see them like their Pokemon fight each other in a field or a stadium. That's basically what this is. And they usually have a effect that affects both players. There's some stadiums that are split in two, so they're upside down. So like one side will be one version, the other will be the other. Depending on what way is facing you, that you can read it, that's the side that affects you. So this one is, once during each player's turn, that player may draw 2 cards. In order to use this effect, that player must discard a single strike card. So that's basically saying this lets you get you a lot of draw potential. So you have to get like, so if I say I had only one card in my hand, it was this Maliwile, and I put a card on top of my deck that I needed to play to do a combination, which again, we can talk about that later. I could then sacrifice this Maliwile, so I toss it into the discard pile, and I could draw 2 out of this. But yeah, another good sign, we have another foil here in the uncommon slot, so that's good. That means this can either be, it's either going to be a just trashy, a really trashy rare, or it's going to be another one of those fancy foils. So normally if you see a foil like this, you're probably either going to get something, it's going to be one great big thing or one other big thing. Usually if you just get a normal like foil or uncommon in here, this spot, this will probably be pretty decent. But I have a good feeling that this should be a decent card, double foil. But you know, the packs are random, you can never know. But let's see. So there it is. So yeah. So if you got a good extendo foil like this, you're most likely gonna get just a semi-crappy rare. But this one can actually be pretty decent because I think there's either a version of this Pokemon or another one where it attaches to a Pokemon. It basically makes it so you can't kill them or you don't get prize cards for killing them, which basically makes it stop you from winning the game. Anyways, let's open up our third pack. Ooh, a bunch of news. Okay, so we got another Extendo Foily. So let's see, probably going to be, what do you think it's going to be, Eric? A crappy, like just a generic rare or a fancy rare?
I'm going to vote fancy.
Knowing our luck, I'm going to go, it's going to be a normal rare again. Oh, there you go, it was a fancy.
Aha!
So there you go, this is a V cards. This is like, for those who their kids might be asking them for EXs, GXs, or people who are starting to play and saw GXs and EXs. This is the Alolan areas, like the Sword and Shield area. I forget what it's called. Galaron, I think it's called. Galaron is the area. Either way, this is their version of EXs and GXs. So all of those cards that basically it works just the same as an EX GX, but for abilities that say stop, like abilities of GX EXs or damage, doesn't affect these. You got to have a card that says stop V type Pokemon or V Max. So there's that. So we're 2 for 2. Or so we're like 2 for 1. 2 to 1 for fancy. Alright, fourth pack. I like how they brought back the clay figurines.
Heh.
Yeah, they brought back the knitted Pokemon too, so that you'll see art where it's like drawn like this, and then you'll see like it's like someone crocheted a Pokemon.
Heh.
Oh yeah, the frickin' you thought Zubats were bad in Pokemon OG. These bastards in the caves in Pokemon Sun Sword and Shield is insane.
It's just a minecart.
Yep. The worst part is sometimes they'll be on. There's like, because it is a mine, you'll see them driving around on the minecart tracks, and you'll be like 20 feet away from them, and yet they'll still hit you somehow and be like, you've triggered a Pokemon encounter. Okay, we got another Stendo Foily. Good or bad?
Let's keep it going. Another good one.
I guess I'll be on the opposite side here. Because like if we got a good and then a bad and then a good, this should be a bad then. There we go. So I think the next one we're going to get on this last pack here before we go into Shining Fates. I think we're going to get a good card this time. Ooh, single strike energy. So these are special energies. They do, instead of just giving you energy like they normally do, so this one gives you one fighting type energy, or ground type, because they universalize a bunch of them. This gives you stuff depending on, it gives you more if you give it to a single strike Pokemon. Oh, is? Are you gonna
I'm gonna say normal, the less fancy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a fancier one, seeing as we're going 2 for 2 for good, bad, good, bad. There we go.
Oh.
Cha-ching. So this is, again, just like that gold Pokeball that we got. This is another version of that. So the V-type Pokemon will always kind of be in this style, this full art style with the finger, like your fingerprint, sort of like that rigid feel of it. They'll always be like this. But this one is a special version because it is all gold and red and like 3-tone coloring. So this is a special version, so it's a rare. So you'll probably get, like, again with that Pokeball, 1 out of every 2 or 3 booster packs. Three booster boxes. Two booster boxes, I think. So we've basically already pulled our special Pokemon and our gold Pokeball. So I think in our next packs, because again, if this was the physical box, we've basically already pulled the big cards out of it, and you could, if you were again trying to get money, you could just skip to the next box and sell those packs sealed. But this is the digital one, so we can potentially, all packs could be potentially all of these guys, or they could be hot trash later. But we will see as Eric plays kazoo on his microphone.
Am I?
Yeah, you were talking like a kazoo.
Oh. When did I get a kazoo?
I don't know. Anyways, now
Why
we go
didn't
into our Shining
we have
Fates
kazoo?
pack. So for this one, we are going to see
guard who uses a kazoo.
Kazoo. You want kazoo. So for this one's going to be different. This is one of those Modern Master sets. So this is a set that basically what they do is every year or every half a year they get a look at all the cards that came out before this gets released, usually in about a block. So like Shining Fates, I believe, was the middle and ending of Sun and Moon. And they basically take all the good cards and they make them uncommons and put them in the shiny spots and the foil spots. And then they get some cards that are like the super special ones, throw them in so they're easier to get. And they take some of the old ones and turn them into shiny versions. So the Charizard GX from the Reshiram Charizard from um, Unified Minds or whatever. Forget what it's called. The one that had the tag team Pokemon in it. They took that Charizard and they made him shiny, and that's where the whole shiny GX Charizard craze is going right now. Is from these packs. I could be completely wrong, but from my understanding of what opening, that's basically how it feels. Is how they do these. But with that, we will go into it. This is our one pack, and then we'll open up 5 more of the battle styles, then another one of these, and then we'll get into deck building.
And onward.
Let's see. We have a message. I see it now. Any messages on our Discord there, Eric? Or we have nothing?
Let me just flip over and check. I don't see anything on the Discord.
Then let us flip. We gotta. Are we gonna stick to the good, bad, or do you think this is gonna be good, good?
I think this one's going to turn out good.
Just good, not good, good?
The superior good.
I'm gonna hope for the good, good, because that's how like my luck with the physical packs of these have been pretty good, good. So I'm gonna say good, good, and then gonna get trashed. So I'm gonna say bad, so that way I get good, good. Anyways, as the cat stares at me. Ooh, that's not bad. That's an alternate art Lysander, at least from what I've seen. Yeah, actually, that is basically an alternate art Lysander for all purposes. For those who don't know, Lysander, I'm not fully aware of his role in the video games. Again, I haven't played since advanced games like Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire. But in the card version, he lets you switch one of your opponent's Pokemon for another one. So if your opponent has a really strong Pokemon active and he didn't somehow knock out yours, that is attack like basically fighting like in the video game. He lets you switch them out. So you can be like, hey, this Pokemon's really scary and he's gonna hurt me and I'm gonna lose. Switch him with that weak little Pikachu you have on the bench. Basically, is what he does. So
hold up to Pikachu, it gets decked. You put the
Yep.
Pikachu back on the bench.
Basically. So this boss's orders is basically just an alternate art Lysander. So, which is nice because when you build a deck, there's a thing called a play set. And every game is different, but the general one, the normal one, which most do, is 4 cards of any name. So in a deck, if you build it, you can only have 4 bosses orders, no matter what printing it is in your deck. So you could have potentially 8 Lysanders in your deck because you'd have 4 bosses orders, and then you'd have 4 Lysanders. But I think, yeah, so you can have it. This is pretty cool. I think there's, ow, I bit my tongue. I believe there's other bosses orders, so not just him. I think there's other characters, so those would still count as being bosses orders because that's what's in the bold words on the left here. Some exempts are if it's a Ultra Beast. I believe you can only have 1 Ultra Beast, but you can have a playset of them per deck. Or it's like only one one Ultra Beast of that name, but you can have multiple Ultra Beasts. So 1, 2. And then Prism cards, they have a little diamond by their name. You can only have 1 Prism card in your entire deck, no matter what it is. If you have 1 Prism, like Ultra Ball, that's it. You can't have 4 of them. You can't have another different named one. It's just 1. But they're usually like really, really strong cards. At least they were at the time that they were made. They haven't made a Prism card in a very long time. They usually save that for a Ditto. So, because Ditto's whole ability is you can copy a Pokemon from your deck, and basically it becomes that Pokemon. Some have that, others have like copy your opponent's Pokemon or whatever. But usually you can only have 1 Ditto in your deck because of that. Anywho, that was our Shining Fates pack. So let us go into our battle styles again. She just slapping at stuff on my desk. That is a light bulb, kitty. Ow, my tongue. I actually bit my tongue pretty hard.
Well, don't do that.
Oh, it's a yamper. It's a corgi.
Electric.
It's an electric
An
corgi.
electric corgi.
He's pretty aight. He's a supporter Pokemon. So basically, you play him not because he's good at attacking, but usually you just keep him on the side of your deck or on your bench, so you're like ready pile, because he lets you find Pokeballs from your discard pile. So that Pokeballs usually let you find Pokemon to bring them out. So that's basically how you can set up to win. Again, stuff we'll go into once we get into deck building. But he's pretty decent. He's not an attack Pokemon, he's a helper Pokemon. Anyways, let us flip our thing here. Oh, that's pretty aight. We got a foil rare. So not bad, like not a basic bitch Pokemon, but gotta get that one swear in there because YouTube. But he's okay. He's a foil. I'll take it. So far, all the packs have been very not controversial, but contramental or whatever to what I've said about these packs being crap. Anywho, so this is new. So this means one of these cards. So sometimes you can get these packs, and what they'll do is they'll replace that rare foil or uncommon foil, like the foil slot. So that first flipped card is always going to be a foil of some sort. Sometimes the machine will do is put a fancier card in there, so a rare, or again like that Pokeball we saw, or a GX or a VMAX Pokemon in there. And that usually means either that second flipped card is going to be really, really crap compared to the last one or what you've pulled, or it's going to be like a gold card like we pulled, or a VMAX, or that shiny Charizard if you were flipping the Shining Fates again. Again, these are all the experiences I've seen from pulling packs. I'm not like to use a modeler's terminology here. I'm not a rivet counter. I don't focus on every little detail and study every little ratio and weigh packs. It's just I'm there to open to have a fun time and add to my collection. So from what I've seen, this is kind of how it works. So far, for those who might be interested in value, we've only really pulled that golden Pokeball and that alternate arts V card. We did also pull the Flip-Flop Full Evolution sort of V Penguin Pokemon. And we got a Lysander. For playing purposes, he's pretty aight. Like, he's always recommend having that in your deck. And having a Lysander in Standard is also pretty good too, especially with these fighting styles. So let us flip the first one. Should we flip the first one, or should we flip the second one?
Let's flip the first one.
And okay, we got our normal foil. So that means this is probably going to be pretty good. Hopefully. What do you think?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be real good.
I'm thinking it's going to either be good or it's going to crush my soul and it's going to be funny. So it's going to be good no matter what. Watch as it's like some dumb rock. It's just like is literally just a rock.
It's not even a card. Like it's just a pinch of gravel they put in the package.
Oh yeah, they had those cards where it was like that weird like Japanese man dressed up as like a question mark sign back in the day. I forget what he's called, but he was like a card that you could get in your packs, but you couldn't play them legally in a tournament because they were joke cards. Anyways, if you guys know after watching this back know what I'm talking about, if you can put his name in the chat, that'd be very appreciative. I would like to know. I have one of his cards. I have his Ditto or his that ostrich that has two heads.
It's like a Dugtrio or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. I have his version of that. Basically what it is you step back from the table and you whip it at the table and whatever card it lands. Or you have to like either you have to toss it over your back and that's how it retreats, or you have to like stand at the desk and whip it at the table, and if it lands wherever it lands, that's where it goes. It's a thing. So okay, let us flip. 3, 2, 1. So that's his regular version. So
Ooh.
ain't bad. That's pretty decent. Sometimes yeah, the this one's a trick on you. So if this is like this, you're usually probably going to get a V or a V max from this pile. But if this boy was here, that either means you're probably going to get him or a rock. So you're either going to get a rock that's just a rock, or you're going to get like that ultimate shiny gold 1 out of every 6 booster boxes card in this. So it's like a really huge like just spike in yes or no. So that's our first pack. Second pack.
And
If you guys want, yeah, if you guys like pack openings and just want to actually see the physical stuff opened and even get some reward codes for yourself, Glenn streams. He does challenges and stuff, so he's not just sits there and open. He does. He'll play games where if he wins a match, he'll open a special pack. If he loses, he'll open a regular pack. Sometimes, if he's feeling brave during the end of the months, he might do some. You can pay him money, and he'll destroy packs in a way that you pay him for it. So like burning, drowning, bending, microwaving. Of course, he'll take the tinfoil off for that, but you know what I mean. So
it's like, hey,
you better take the tinfoil off.
Comes like a foiled package.
Unless he has a microwave that's just outside in the trash that he plugs in and records it outside, which that would be amazing to see. But no, if you guys like, if you guys like pack openings and watching people, a normal person, like a normal guy, like a pretty guy who's decent at games, who's like just a player like you and me, and open up packs and gets really excited about stuff that he's into. You want to show him some love. Glenn will post his streams in the Discords. There's and of course, if you guys stream who are watching this, our Discord page has a spot for you to shill out your shill or shout out your streams there, or your channels, whatnots. But yeah, so take a look at that. Glenn will post on there when he does his stuff, and you can watch him open up some physical packs and play some games, or paint even. Sometimes we hang in and paint on there. But we got our double card again. Shall we flip the first one or the second one?
First one.
All right, let's see. All right, so we got that foil. So this is probably going to be a V or a special V.
I'm going to say middle potential.
Middle, so about just a normal V. I'm going to say we haven't seen a trainer yet, so I'm going to say possibly a trainer or just a regular V myself. Let us flip. We got fucked. Womp womp.
Oh, not literally.
No, figuratively. So, yeah, like I was saying, how they'll play you as a fool sometimes with this, where they'll put the 2 over, the game will sometimes glitch out and be like, did you actually get something? This is what I meant. So what should have happened was this should have been normal, and then there should have been a flip. But sometimes the game will do this on you, where it'll be like, hey, so this is supposed to be like the thingy because this will be even better. But yeah. Okay, that was pack 2.
Denied.
Denied. Stairway.
We're gonna
denied.
double again.
Okay. So yeah, it should have been like this. Anyways. What is this? This looks like a kidney who has been through Frank's Red Hot Sauce.
They're anteater.
Anteater volcano?
Like a fire elemental anteater. Because from the... in their region, there's like a steel ant. A steel type ant Pokemon.
Oh, and it eats those, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of some weird liver heart thing that grew legs and breathes fire. Doesn't it look like an organ?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah. Anyways, let's see.
It's meant to be an anteater.
I can kind of see that with the head and the claws, but I saw the back part of it and the tail, and I'm just like, this is a liver or a heart. Anywho, let us flip. We got the evolution of the minecart Pokemon.
Ah, yes.
3. Hello, GG. Oh, we got a Phoebe, or Phoebe, however you say her name. So whereas there's a lot of those Pokemon back in the day that'd be like, you can't get affected by GX or EX effects. This basically makes it so that says, no you. And lets you actually do stuff. So, yeah, so you can actually do things. This is kind of cool. These were a thing from a while ago in an older set, I think, before Sun and Moon. They were in there, but they're basically, what they do is they give your Pokemon extra attacks that they could use. Sometimes they'd have restrictions on what sort of Pokemon you'd have to add. So it'd be like, this Pokemon can be added to a Pikachu EX and stuff like that. This one, it looks like they are generic. So this one looks like it has to be added to a Rapid Strike Pokemon. Again, you still need the energy, so if you're playing a Rapid Strike like Psychic deck and you don't have any fighting type Pokemon in your deck, well, you're kind of out of luck. Or you just don't have the energies. Anyways, it basically attaches an attack that you can do to it. So if you have those Pokemon that don't have attacks, you can give it to them and they can do attacks. But anyways, like, technically anything a Pokemon does that it has a paid for ability is an attack. But that's, again, we can get into that later. Anyways, so that's pretty cool. Let us pull this card. So rainbow version is just this art, except for the foil makes it look like a rainbow. But anyways, as some people have said online, the waifu cards. But
I can see that.
Yep. And not to be one-sided, there is male trainers that have some of these, and they are also called waifu or husbando cards, depending on who you're into. So, yeah. I think the best example is from the ending of Sun and Moon. There was Steel Welder or something like that. So it's like a dude in a full like hazmat suit, welding something, and it's a pretty good card. It's like put 4 fire energies onto your Pokemon, which normally you can only put 1 energy onto a Pokemon per turn unless you have an ability like that. And then the waifu version was a chick getting out of it just in coveralls and like a loose shirt, and it's just like, yep, this is why people pay like $80 for this card. So it's just like, yeah. So these cards are usually anywhere, again, like $20, unless they're really good in the meta. Which this one's pretty good because it gives you, I forget what she's called, but there's basically every standard has a card like this where you can just basically, if you're running low on cards, or like you had to play all like your cards for benches and stuff in the beginning of the game. If you go second, you can play trainers. If you go first, you can't. In the first round, like your next turn you can. But anyways, she's pretty good as a catch-up card. She lets you get your hand back, but you can't play another supporter that turn. But that's the trade-off you get. You get 6 more cards after you dump 6 out of your hand, and so on and so forth. Last pack, and then we'll go to Shining. I don't care what number it is now. Wait, we got the double flip again. We got a bunch of Golbats. What does he hit? What does he do?
Bites people.
Well, yeah, he's like an endless void grape. But his ability is pretty okay. That's pretty cool. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may draw 2 cards. That's pretty cool. Gives you 2 more cards. Onyx. Come on, mouse. Okay. Should we do the first or second?
The second, that's the one that's the like it's either really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start with that one this time.
Alright. Here we go. Ah, this shit. So this is just gonna be trash. Yep. Mr. Rhyme. Instead of Mr. Mime. You know what? Let's one more surprise pack. Let's go. Okay. Oh, we got a Gligar. That's an old, long time no see Pokemon. Yeah, there's a Pokemon like him. This guy here. There's one that has an ability that you basically attach him to one of your Pokemon, and it's either your opponent doesn't get prize cards, so basically when you knock out a Pokemon, like you defeat your opponent in combat, you get to pull from your little side pile called the prize pile, and if that gets emptied, so like you start with 6 normally, you can choose different numbers, but once you draw that last one and you have no more left on the table, you win. Or if your opponent doesn't have any Pokemon out on the table, so either on the sideline or active, which is the one that's fighting, you also win. But there's one that basically goes on a Pokemon, and if you play your turn right, your opponent can never get their prize cards, no matter what you do. And you just sit there letting them hit all your small little Pokemon until you get that Lugia out, which basically says, I delete your entire bench, basically, with 1 GX attack and just win. You can do nothing. I have destroyed everything.
Surprise! Catch this.
Yeah, which I'm surprised Pokemon hasn't banned yet, because the Pokemon are, like, the company is so good at catching game-breaking, you can't do anything turn 1 sort of cards way before they come out. And this Pokemon's been out for a while now, and it's still, like, you see that Lugia out and you're not prepared for it, which every second deck you fight online has one, you're just done. You just ain't gonna win. But anyways, and on that note, I would also recommend a hammer, a rubber mallet or whatever it's called. Basically, it removes special energy. That's a way to stop them, or an item, I think.
I mean, first thing I thought of was like you're sitting there at a table playing cards against the other guy. You just pulled like a rubber mallet.
Basically,
like,
it's one of those like squeaky balloon mallets you get from a carnival, except for it removes it as special energy or an item.
Remove some of his brain cells.
Yep.
Bonk.
Anyways, here we go. We do not condone, no matter who you are, actual violence to your opponent at a table. Or we condone.
Yeah, that's how you get places.
Yeah, we basically say don't do that. And we got a Licklicky.
Again.
Yep. We got the giant fruit roll-up roll. Anyways, let's open up our next Shining Fate pack. Hopefully we'll get something good in this one. And I think I have a feeling that for the digital game, the more packs you open, it kind of gets higher and higher and higher until you pull like one of those good like gold cards. And then it resets itself, and like every pack you open that you buy slowly gives you a higher chance to do it. Just like those loot crates from CSGO. And then packs that you win, or you get for free from just logging in, I think have a very low chance of giving you those type of cards too. Because I've only got good things out of opening 2 or 3 packs I've paid for through codes than I have with buying packs on the thing or getting them from logging in. Yeah, I've never got anything really good from logging in. I've just got them from codes. Which again would make sense. Makes people have to buy your physical packs, which is where you make your money. Anyways, let's flip. And it is trash. This was a trash pack. I am sad. We got Ball Guy though. Ball Guy. The official, unofficial sponsor of Pokeballs everywhere.
I mean, it looks like he's enjoying his job at least.
Yep. Yeah, he's funny. He pops up at every gym you go to in the games. And he's like, hey, sport, thank you for supporting me. And he gives you like Pokeballs. And I think that's where you get the Ultra Ball or whatever. Like, like in the original games where you like find that scientist that captured by Team Rocket. He's like, this is the only Ultra Ball ever made.
Yeah, it's like the Master Ball where it has like a guaranteed catch.
Yeah. So he basically is like that guy. He gives you Pokeballs and stuff. Anyways, since this was such trash, I'm gonna open another one. Oh look, he's back. Also Derp Bird. Anyways, let's see if we get something
Like,
good.
you politely accept his ball, and then you turn around, and
This
there
guy's
he is
cursed.
again, offering another one.
This guy's cursed. This guy's cursed. Look what we got, Eric.
Didn't we just open this pack?
We did just open this pack.
Because I recognize that little turtle guy.
Yeah. GG. Another one. We're getting cooked here. Okay, we got a different trainer this time.
We hid in the change room, and then he eventually got bored and wandered off.
Yeah. Oh, it's swimming Eevee. Anyways, first or second?
Let's flip the first one first.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So they're doing it like professor's research, so it's all this different professors. So draw your hand and discard your hand, draw 7. This lets you recycle your hand. That's pretty aight too. If your hand is just full of like evolution Pokemons that you can't play, or energies that you have like don't need, then you just recycle your hand and get potentially other stuff. Anyway, so let's see what this is. This is already good enough. So we already got an okay pack from what we've got from the past two. But there we go. There it is. We got our VMAX finally. A Cinderace. Basically a very angry, spicy bunny.
Yeah, specifically geared towards soccer.
Yes.
That was the Pokemon I went with in Pokemon Sword. That was the starter.
He got a little bit too angry that his cousin Lopunny was getting special attention. We'll just leave it at that.
Ah, yes.
He's just like, ah. So where he's become the sports ball player, she became a model. I'm just gonna open up another one. Why not? Why not? We're already here. A towel.
Yes. Towel.
Towel. That's funny. What's the Team Rocket of this game? A really determined fan base. Let's just say.
Oh yeah.
Anyways. Okay. That's pretty good. So this is a setup Pokemon or a support Pokemon. Basically, this lets you play as many water energies to Pokemon on your bench that you want, which is good because usually a lot of people may focus on like the actual fighting that's happening on your active Pokemon, but the where you'll win the game is your bench and in your your hand, which can also be your your discard pile because there's a lot of stuff that lets you pull from your discard pile. So you basically have a hand, which for those who play Magic, normally the rules say you can only have 7 cards in your hand at a time, and you got to discard down until you're 7 at the end of your turn. Pokemon has no hand size restriction. You start with 7, play your basic Pokemon as your active at the start. Then after that, you can have as many cards in your hand as you want. You just got to make sure you have that 1 card left on your deck to draw. Or if you can't draw a card at the start of your turn, after, determining what active Pokemon needs to be put out, if you died, you also lose. But here we go. Angry Drum Monkey.
I believe that's one of the other starters from the same game.
Yeah. So that was that. That was our pack opening, guys. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to move into our second spot here, where we're probably just going to talk about decks, basically, like deck building, going through the cards and all that stuff. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. It is 8:30. I'm going to make this quick. Actually, it's 8:30. You know what? I think I'll save that for later. I'll save that for a more serious actual video and not a April Fool's video. So I think I'm gonna call it there then, I guess. So this has been our April Fool's Friday Hangout streams. Our first half should be on the page if you guys want to catch up with that. Me and Mitch sit down and paint some joke models and talk about paint care and maintenance and brush maintenance and all that stuff, and basically new things that we've got at the store, what's been going on with like publishers and printers and suppliers, all that stuff, and joke around about some other things. So if you guys have found this interesting or think that I drone on too long and don't have others talk, feel free to leave your comments in the sections below, the comment section, the live chat, the Discord, all that noise. If you're interested in playing Gloomhaven with us, as you guys have seen in our last video, the link for our Discord to play on there and learn about the game is in the description of this video still, hopefully. And if not, I can just post it. It's in our Discord too. But this has been me for April Fools, going against it, opening some packs. I could say it was a little bit fun, especially since I went in this with no sort of like, I need to get value. I'm trying to flip to like please the populace. I just went in here to open up some packs I got from pre-release. I just remember I had, so it was kind of fun. We got cucked over near the end by some of those packs where we got like basically the same pack twice.
Yeah.
But
that ball guy.
Yeah, the freaking ball guy. If you get him in your pack, you know it's cursed. I think that actually may have happened with me too in the pack that I opened where I got a ball guy and I didn't get anything good for my rare. I think I might just be cursed by ball guy. Anywho, yeah, I'm gonna go. I got some people waiting for me to meet up with them. Online, of course. You can't really meet up in person. So I'm gonna go. I've been Will. This has been Friday Hangouts. Again, we do these every Friday from 3 to 8, with usually the first hour, half to 2 hours recorded for YouTube. You guys can come in, join our different channels where we have different people playing Pokemon, Magic, Warhammer, painting, just chilling, talking about comics, all that stuff. We usually have some staff guys in here throughout the day. Come by and say hello. They can answer questions and all that stuff for you. And even if I'm not streaming, we still have dudes come in and hang out. So even if I'm not able to make it to the camera or the mic, still feel free. Eric, I know, is usually in here a lot of the times. He's chilling. Yep. Glenn hops in from time to time. I know Mitch hops in and paints. So, yeah, if you guys want to do that, feel free. Again, please follow our guidelines for joining in on these events and follow the age appropriateness of each channel and keep to its topics, and you should all be good. Do you have anything to say before we leave?
Nothing jumps to mind.
All right. So with that, guys, I think we will go. I'm going to... Where's my keyboard? There's my keyboard. I'm going to go end the stream. I'm going to go say hello to some peoples and probably get ready for some food and play some Outriders, because apparently the server's working again. So we will see you guys in our next sort of video, podcast, whatever.
Yep.
And text, YouTube, Discord.